Muturi responds to President William Ruto over the incompetence remarks. Welcome back to our channel. Press the subscribe button for more news bulletins. Now, Muturi has been on the spot for criticizing the president. He recently said he cannot follow the president to Mount Kenya for his development tour because that is not his job. He will stay in the office and do his job while the president is on tour to the Mount Kenyan region, handling his tour without Muturi. Muturi further criticized the government over the ongoing abductions and called for a commission of inquiry into the abductions of youths in the government of Ruto. Even wrote a letter to withdraw his political party from Kenya Kwanza government. But Ruto has been giving him a cold shoulder with no response. President William Ruto has been silent. It's like Muturi has been provoking the president to actually fire him from the government since he cannot resign. Yesterday, President William Ruto responded by stating CS Muturi as an attorney general was very incompetent. With no hesitation, Muturi responded on a tweet. Under the Waqf Act, No. 8 of 2022, there is no provision for a Muslim empowerment fund. It must be understood that a Waqf is a religious charter, charitable or benevolent endowment by a person who professes Muslim faith and managed by Waqf Commission. And our big question is, why do you think President William Ruto fired back at JB Muturi? I think the president has had about enough of Muturi and his critiques and has decided it's now time for Muturi to actually exit his government. He's fed up and has had about enough of it. One is Mount Kenyan Region Development Tour. President Ruto was meant to tour the mountain. The visit is termed as a development tour and he needs the allies from Mount Kenya on his side to escort him. But JB Muturi has been very arrogant and stated he is not going to follow the president everywhere like his watchdog, since he has work to do in his office and he is strictly going to concentrate on his docket rather than escort the president to the mountain. He should handle his issues on himself. Given the major fallout between President William Ruto and Muturi, Muturi deliberately refused to accompany Ruto. Could the allies from the mountain of President William Ruto be in fear to escort the president to the Mulima after the major fallout between Rigathi and Ruto? It sparked a lot of criticism and tension, and the mountain saw President William Ruto as a traitor. So the allies of President William Ruto from the mountain probably could be in fear to be seen as traitors who hung around President William Ruto. With Muturi's resistance, do you think President William Ruto could be trying to push Muturi to resign, since he has been criticizing the government and condemning President William Ruto publicly? Could this be the reason why President William Ruto fired back with the incompetence remarks? Well, reason number 2 is Standard Media Groups recently posted former Attorney General Justin Muturi defended 1,503 out of 1,588 cases against the government, saving over 17 billion. State law scored shows this is a direct condemnation of the president, meaning Ruto is the one who is incompetent. President Ruto doesn't like critiques and someone who goes against him, so most definitely they cannot be on the same page with Justin Muturi, not after exposing all these details about the government. Is the problem with the government, or is it JB Muturi? Whom do you think is incompetent between JB Muturi and President William Ruto? Muturi once stated President Ruto can't be advised on anything. If it was the case, Ruto would not be facing the SHA system failure issues, the endless abductions in Kenya, the Gen Zs with the anti-finance bill protest, and the major case scandal of Adani, who was arrested in America over the corruption allegations. If he had a listening ear, none of this would have transpired. Well, and our big question is, whom do you think is incompetent between Muturi and President William Ruto? Is Muturi really incompetent as President Ruto states? If so, why did he place Muturi as the Cabinet Secretary of Public Service? Leave your views on our comment section. Subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.